Good morning, people. I hope everybody's good. Do you all feel the current energies? How intense is that? Um, I'm here today. I was just like on my computer working a little bit, and no, I can't keep working. I need to put this out. Um, it seems like everybody's freaking out and taking it very hardly. These energies, that Venus retrograde, and I said it before, I'm not into astrology, but I feel these things before they happen, and I see the end result of it before it happens, before we've been through it. So my message today is actually what they want me to share is that we all need to do our work. That's the core thing to do here. Go deep, dive deep, and heal. Go search for what needs to be healed. Ask if you don't know. Sit in meditation. The outside. Sorry. The answer is not outside of you. And I know that a lot of you, including me, have been on the receiving end of people lashing out, contacts being broken, especially between twins. And it's not necessarily all the masculine, and the masculine is still in school, by the way. They're still being schooled big time. They're pushed, and a lot of them are resisting with their ego. They don't want to let go, to get the lesson and understand. And I'm sorry to say, but this is happening. So like a bulldozer, it's going to come and destroy, wipe clean, so that they can start over. And I've said it before, resisting is not the thing to do. Resisting will only create more blocks down the road or in the present, even if you're very sensitive to instant karma. I know I am, so I need to be very careful. So when you feel that pull inside, like needles inside, whichever way you feel it. In my case, it's always through my heart and my solar plexus. When I feel that pull, I need to stop everything and figure this thing out and let it go and surrender. I know some people don't like the word surrender, but in this case, it's not, oh, surrender all your fears to the universe. No, that's not it. It's surrender. Surrender yourself. Surrender to this. Until you do so, you're missing the lesson and you're not living to your full potential, and you're missing a big part, and it's a waste of time. I don't like to use these words because on a higher perspective, nothing is really a waste of time. There's always a lesson. There's always something good emerging out of a difficult situation, but it's still in the moment a waste of time. So we are at this stage of evolution in the world, on the planet, that it's time to be aware, self-aware of your current inner state and of others as well. It's time to let go of all false programs and to keep walking, aligning yourself with your highest potential and soul mission for the highest good of all, including yourself. So all these blogs, these videos about the twin flame path and the rippling effect and the surrendering, I've said it before, I don't agree with all of them. I can only speak from my own experience. This rippling effect is very, very, very extremely real. So, like I said before, be the change that you want to see outside. You need to be it first for your outside to reflect this. You need to preach by example. If you don't do it yourself first, you can't, under no circumstances, ask someone else to do it, to be it, or to act on it if you don't do it yourself first. So, this Venus retrograde is all about that. Like, old templates are being removed, and that's all the physical symptoms that a lot of you are having right now: the headaches, the ringing in the ears, the being upset, being mad, being sad. There's a lot of purging going on. Your twin is asking you to purge for them, on top of your own purging, depending where you are in this journey, of course. Your twin is asking for your support, is asking for you to be the rock in this moment, to do the work so that you can be stable enough for them to come and meet you halfway, join you on your path, because now the gap in between the masculine and the feminine is a bit too big, and this is why it's going on at this moment. If you react very strongly to these current energies, it's because you have work to do, and it's time to sit down, figure it out, and put it in motion and shift this energy, because nobody is going to do it for you. And if you don't do it yourself, how can you expect someone else to do it? I will never say this enough. I'm going through it myself. As a kid, I would say this to other people. I remember being in detention, like in first or second grade, for saying something like that to a teacher, saying, well, you're not doing it yourself, so why are you asking me to do this? And, of course, I didn't know in my, 6-year-old mind the impact of these words, but they are strong words. It's a strong affirmation, and it is so very real, so very real. So, sorry, I'm channeling this as we go. Yeah, so a lot of things are going on with energies, and I know we keep on saying this. I know. People are being pushed to wake up, like the earth and frequencies are rising up, and it's creating all these changes in the physical plane, physical bodies of people, and in the energy fields as well. So if you're not clear, if you haven't, reached a certain level of healing, stuff will come up like crazy fast for you to let it go and move on. We're doing this, we're walking forward, so it's time. The time is now. They're putting a little bit of pressure on this because there's too much resistance, and that's what I've been feeling for the past week, like all this resistance. And we all know it at this point, and if we don't, for those of you who don't know, resisting will just put you in darkness and negativity and on the wrong path, because it's all ego talk, making you take the wrong decisions. So do not surrender to that. Surrender to letting go. If you don't know how to let go, you sit down and you ask the universe, what is this situation trying to show me? What do I need to understand in this moment? What is my soul wanting to show me? Where do I need to go? What's my calling? What's my highest purpose in this life? What do I need to do to release this? And I surrender to you, universe, to be transmuted into something positive, and for me to be allowed to receive the highest healing energies possible. It may sound very much esoteric for you, but it's not. It's actually very scientific, and it's just your mind, your unconscious mind, that will pick up and start working on your behalf, because this life is a game of free will, and free will is a good thing. And it also can be a mischievous thing, because if you lean on it too much, for sure you're going to take the wrong decisions all the time. And it's going to make you go in directions you don't want to go. So you can't change the game. You can't hate the player type of thing. You can only, hate the game. So if you're at that point where you hate this game so much, it's time to go within. It's time to go within and see what you can change, see what you can let go, see your own patterns and transmute that. Stop going into the spiral. Remember in one of my videos I was talking about when you're stuck in your head, how you need to get that energy down to your heart and solar plexus. Well, stop that spiral. Step aside for a minute, for a moment, so that you can see this on a different angle and choose what you're going to do about it and how you're going to go about it. Sometimes you don't know the how right away. You just need to jump. You need to jump, and then you're going to be shown how you need to go about it. So that's letting go, by the way, in a very real and physical way. That's letting go. You just jump, you walk, and that's it. You're going to deal with it in due time. I don't know how long this Venus retrograde is going to last. I think May or something like that. But I know I'm getting that end of April is going to be a major stepping stone for a lot of people. Myself included. I have no idea what's going to happen, but it's going to be a turning point. Energies will start shifting then, and we're going to start seeing outcome of our own inner work. And I say you need to preach by example. So be sure and rest assured that I'm doing my own work. Otherwise, I wouldn't be talking about it. Otherwise, I wouldn't be putting myself out there on YouTube and speaking about something that I know nothing about. I'm in it. I'm right in it. I'm very aware of myself, and sometimes I am lost. It happens that I am lost and I don't know what to do, and I don't know where to go, and I don't know what's happening. Sometimes I start feeling something and I'm like, what is this? Sometimes it's my twins energy. Sometimes it's just universal energies that I receive. I've noticed that I receive the templates a bit before. I don't know how long before, because it's always different. Sometimes I receive a template like a month before it's being released on a mass scale, and sometimes it's a week, sometimes it's a few days. In this case, in these current energies, I'm like a week or two ahead. So I can't, and that goes for all light workers. I'm a first waver, so if there are any first waver listening, you might recognize yourself. All first waivers are like this, where we receive the information before so we can transmute it and integrate it to open the path for others to follow. So it took me such a long time to figure this one out. Nobody told me this. I had to go through it to understand, to figure it out, and to accept it, because I would be lying if I would say that was easy to accept. That was very hard to accept. But you know what? I've reached a point that I had no other choice but to let go. So I did, and I'm doing what's being asked of me. And it is hard because sometimes people will react from an ego point of view, and that creates conflict. And I've been through a serious situation last week on that. As much as I was trying to stand in love and support that person lashing out in front of me, nothing was happening. And that person was going through another layer of their spiritual awakening, and I was shown as the scene was going on right in front of me live. I was shown, and I was channeling something at the same time, and I just couldn't physically transmute that on the spot, so I had to let it go and let the universe and the divine take care of this person. And if shall he or she decide to resist this, well, you know, that's gonna create a lot of conflict for that person, and not only between them and I, but with everybody around. So you can't, you know, when you're up against the wall, it's time to let go of those gloves and to just surrender. So if that's happening to you right now or to your twin, all you can do is pray for them, send love, and do your own things. If you don't do your things, nothing is going to move. You will remain stuck and blocked. Let me take just a moment here. Okay, at this point, few people will be pushed into the dark night of the soul. I know a lot of you have been through it. You may be taken back for like the last layer, the last chapter of it. There are other videos that talk about the dark night of the soul. Not too many texts, and I'm not gonna go into it right now because that's gonna be a whole different video in itself. That should be out soon because they're pointing to me that I need to do this weekend. So we'll see how that comes up, you know, and I'll do what I need to do on it. But if you feel very depressed, very exhausted, it's not only because we're about to go into spring and that you're tired of winter. Yes, that has something to do, but it's very spiritual, and it's the dark night of the soul pulling you in for you to clear yourself and heal. So don't resist it. I will not say it again. Don't resist it. Please don't. For the highest good of all. Yourself included, you know, it sucks. It's a hard thing to go through. In my case, the only thing I could do when that happened to me, I was so lost, so lost. Like, I was like, what the fuck is happening to me? Nothing makes sense. Everything is dark. I don't know who I am anymore. I don't know what I love. I don't know, you know, all of a sudden, all my interests, I play poker. That was a huge passion of mine, was taken away from me. Everything was taken away from me. I was stripped naked spiritually. I was stripped naked. And the only thing I could do is heal. But I didn't know how because I didn't have my spiritual master at the time. And the only thing I could do was sit on my back balcony and look at the trees. Because the trees, nature would heal me. I would just sit there, cry, sit with that void, embrace it, and hug the cactus until I started feeling better. And that was a year later. So I'll go into more details, like I said, in a different video. This one is done for now. They're not showing me anything else. So please hang in there. Please, you know, stand in your heart, share the love. That's the only thing to do in darker times. Take care of yourselves, eat well, get as many rest, physical rest as you can. That this